Okay, hey guys, me Keith, Elder Rock, back on the bench. So I just got this in the mail today, and I'm excited to see it. It's from a friend of mine I do work for, and just a really good guy, and he's working on the Legend of Kage, and he's got some problems with this board. It has a broken IC on it. I think it's a Konami IC. I haven't really pulled the prints or anything too much on this guy. But let's take a look at it. Let's get it out of the box and onto the bench. Okay. Look at this thing, man. Ooh, yeah. No, it's a Taito. It's a Taito. That's right. That's right. Okay. Off with the box. There you go, kitty. Okay. Okay. Let's come down and take a look at this guy together. So what we have here, is a Taito. It's a Taito Legend of Kage. And he told me it was pretty rusty and stuff, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. A weird capacitor there. Oh yeah. Yep, filter cap's gonna be getting replaced. A ground point, good to know. Yep, not too bad. These filter caps are kind of smashed. I don't know, we got some stuff up here. Potential shorts. So, here is, I thought that was one of the customs. So, I think the problem with this, I think the game is playing okay. He said there's sound, but no video. Oh yeah, there's the one. Okay, so the customer already looked up this part number, and this is for sound, and the sound is okay. So maybe it looks like, man, it looks like that shell broke, but it doesn't look, it looks like that's the backside, like that's not even, that's not where the components are. So ooh, I hate bending on those. Yeah, see, the components are on that side. So if the sound is working, that may not be an issue. There's the part numbers. Oh boy, what do we have? We have a Z80. That's good. I might be able to get the fluke on this thing. The ghetto fluke or the fluke. I hope it's not one of these customs making the problems. We'll see. We'll find out. And if the game is running... The board is running, should be, but don't know until we get there. Yeah, just kind of looking this guy over. Oh, look at that. Looks like somebody made a nest up in there. Ooh, is that pin not in? It looks like one of those legs aren't in. It could be the glare. This one, is that in? Yeah, it's in. Well, that's pretty rusted, but that's okay. We clean that one up. That's a mask. What is that, a mask ROM? Or is that memory? That's memory. That's a memory chip. We could check those. Or, yeah, old girl needs cleaned up. Restoration time. Came to the right place. Oh. Yeah, we can work with this. We can work with this. Yeah, it looks like it's been, like that chip, I don't know if you can see like how it's not even. I think it's been pushed on pretty good, or maybe dropped or something got put up on top of it. Yeah, these RAM chips might definitely have to be cleaned. What is that? I wonder if it's missing something there. Okay, what are these guys? Yeah, just kind of looking and learning together. 93-422. What are those? 93-422. I don't know if those are memories or that number, MCM 93-422. I don't know if those are PAL gals or proms or... Yeah, we'll find out. Look at this guy. The clock is okay. It's just the end of it looks pretty gnarly. They soldered the ground right to the case. We'll have to check that. What's this guy say? What's that say? Oh, Legend of Kage. Cool. Yeah, that guy's been smashed. Look, he's all flat. He's flat. That's okay. For now. It's okay for now. Ribbon cable. Dirty, but no major damage. Looks like a little crease there or something. Okay, so let me... Ooh. Okay, let's keep looking. Yeah, she just needs cleaned up. Yeah, there's some goof. There's some trauma. She took some trauma. Something blew, smashed it, and like forensic scientist, like we'll have that paint analyzed and see what damaged this thing. Yeah. You know, poor guy. Okay. White, green, blue. Yeah, these things. Well, hopefully the plan is, like, maybe if it is a custom, I have lots of Taito boards. So I'm hoping I have something in stock. If worst case scenario, it is a custom video chip. And it shouldn't be that bad. If the game is indeed running, we'll just follow the video signals back and see where they go and see where they're we lose the signal. Yeah, man, they used a lot of these. Yep, the components are on that back side there. They're, from what I understand, I mean, they're different configurations, but capacitors and resistors make up most of these chips, custom chips. Sometimes some smaller ICs. Like I said, I don't know a lot about them. But every board repair that we do here, we're definitely learning more about them. Okay, so let's get some information pulled up and see what we can't do here. Okay, I don't see anything too scary here. I imagine since it's sandwich board, or I imagine that the solder side is fairly protected and there's probably not a lot of damage on that back side. You never know though. But we're going to pull this apart. We'll unfold it after we get the pin out and go from there. There's initial inspection of a Legend of Kage, Taito. Cool. Okay, cutting back in here. So since we last filmed, I went ahead and connected up the board, and I wasn't getting anything. I was getting a completely dead board, and I got a hold of the owner. He told me it played blind, and he sent me a video. There's jail bars and some sound. So I'm not sure I had it hooked up right, but I know I had the voltage. I had the 5 volts on the board, and it's just really low power for one. So I think before we go any further, like even double checking my pinouts on that, I'm cleaning up my mess here. I decided to film this so you can kind of see some behind the scenes. So these are really just jumper wires that I use to connect power. Like most of the time I just build a harness, but if you use a quality grabber, it's okay to inject your own power, run your own power supplies. So that's all this garbage is. I have my pulser here. I was just pulsing on some circuits, trying to understand why there's, like, the CPUs aren't working, the Z80, the main processor, there was no activity. So I was working off the pinout on Mike's Arcade. but it don't matter. We got other things to address first. That's why we're cleaning up. We're gonna look at the these capacitors here. They're awful. They're broken. And measuring voltage on the board was really low voltage on the board, barely 3 volts with a good 5 volts going in. So all 4 of these are broken. The filter caps on the corners are broken on both boards. So we're at least going to fix some of these. And I think some of these smaller filter cap, yep, that one's broke. There's two of these guys broke off. There's probably like 103s or something. But I have these. We're just going to replace all of these, get the power straightened out, and go from there because it needs to be done. That's just where we start. And I have Nichikan capacitors to replace these with. So good stuff. And I'm just disconnecting everything because we're going to do a fresh clean. Cable up, power up next time we hook this thing up. And I may actually wash this board. I think I'm going to wash this board before we power up again. That ribbon cable's broke. I'm going to try to get this ribbon cable off there. Thinking about washing this thing. Where is my little red screwdriver? Oh, there it is. All right. Yeah, one of the fast releases are broke over on this guy. I don't know. Probably be better off with my pick or something. Yeah, don't be pulling on the cables, trying to disconnect these. There's a little groove. Might need something a little bit more pointy. There's a little groove back here you can get into and lever it the way it's supposed to. Oh, there it is. Maybe this guy. Oh, get in there. Where is she? Pretty tight. I'm not getting on the cable here. Just trying to work this side loose. That side will come out just a little. Let's try it. I don't want to. Let's see. Or maybe I'm thinking about that wrong. Is it soldered in there? Oh, good Lord. That's soldered in on the one side. Oh, those look crummy too. Yeah, this board needs some maintenance before we even get too crazy. Then I really think these customs are bad, but we're gonna cross that bridge in a little bit. Get out of there. Yeah, we're gonna wash all of this. Oh, don't break. Ooh. I don't want to just. I might just have to get on there. That sucks. That thing is broken. Let's let me try to get it out like this up here. What's going on? Yep, the joys of being a technician. Where's my red screwdriver? Break that thing. Need one. Let's see. That's not it. What do we got going on? I think I can get it. Yep, the joys of a technician. Oh, there it goes. If it's pulling that whole freaking back shell holder off. I may have to get a pair of pliers or something and try to get on that thing and tug it. Let's see if I can. It's gonna come flying out of there. Man, that guy is froze up. Yeah, we got to get him off and check him out. Oh, I see there's like a little wheel. You know, like a little wheel thing there. Maybe, I'll tell you what, we're going to do If we rotate that, let's see, it needs to come out. Probably turn this, and that should pull that thing out. Wait. Let's see. Out. And out. Yep. Yeah, if that, we could spin this, she'd come right out. Nope, it's tight. All right, this is why my videos are so long. I'm going to break that. This connector is going to get messed up trying to get him out. Dang it. Yeah, without trying to break anything. Oh, there we go. All right, all I had to do was walk it back and forth. The one lever's broken, so I did pause because I wasn't sure what I was getting into. But you just have to walk it. This will make it come out. But I pushed it back in and kept pressure on here. And when that one comes out, you could walk it out just a little bit and get them off there. So, yeah, be careful when you apply force to that. Yeah, this thing is filthy. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's good that we got that off there. There's a patch on the back of this guy. What is he? He's the ROM board. We got a patch, go figure, to one of the ribbon cable connectors. Yeah, he's that connector soldered in. And then that's kind of what we're looking at here. Yep. Yeah, it's just dirty. There's not... I've seen worse. Definitely seen worse. It's not all that bad, really. It was going to make our job easier changing these capacitors. Okay. Let's see. These guys all seem okay. All right, let's I'm gonna leave the dip switches alone for now. Just kind of inspecting here, just looking for anything other than the capacitors. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna change all four of these. I did solder them back down, but I'm like, you know what? Let's just fix it. Oh, we gotta get the solder gun on. Let's get the desolder gun on. Okay, let that guy warm up. All right. Get ready to do these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, so those guys right here. I guess while we're waiting for that, let's we'll let the desolder gun heat up really well. Let's get some solder going. Let's just give those are nasty. So just reflow. Let's oh my. Yeah, I think we're just gonna add some solder here while that's heating up. Then those should come pretty clean. Then we'll get the corner ones. Yep. My solder gun's still getting hot too. Can usually just come through and add the solder with the solder gun, but yeah, she's heating up. We'll get it. Probably just pull those right out, but the holes need cleaned anyway, so whatever. Yep, we'll just go this way. Yeah, sometimes I just heat them up and pull them out from the part side, and it just kind of depends. It depends. Yeah, these are on the edge of starting to oxidize the solder, so every board has its own feel. How well the solder takes, how hot you have to get things. Every board has its own feel, so it's let me figure with this guy it'd be easier just That's why the power is so jacked up. Look, these capacitors go right to your voltages in 100%. That's why the power is all jacked up. Might have to add some more to that guy. Get on there, you. See, he didn't get solder, and he did not desolder. Oh, yep, he is. He's good. There you got that. Oh, clean that guy up. Got one here, one there. Got one not wanting to clean out. Gotta be careful when you take your heat over and over the same pad. You gotta let things cool down. If you keep hitting it, you'll lift that pad for sure. Yeah, like that leg of that capacitor is just, yeah, she's been abused. All right, you might have to clean that out when let's get those capacitors out there. All right, let's see what we got. Okay. Where's my parts? There it is. Where's my bad parts? Yep, that one plumb fell out. Yep, that guy. Yeah, these were awful. I need to look and see what these are actually. Probably 103s or 104s. Okay. Let's do a little cleaning from this side. Yeah. Now she's clean. There we go. I don't know. I may try to. I don't know if that will help. Let's see if we can clean up these little capacitor pads. See if you just re-tin them. I'm just going to run down through here, and it kind of helps re-tin that top pad. Helps burn away some of that corrosion and nastiness. But you gotta be careful, you know, know your heat limits, because try this on a different pad, and it may lift the pad trying to clean it. See how much more shiny those are? Nice. That one's and there she goes. Okay, good enough for now. Good enough for now. Where's my tip cleaner. Gotta clean that guy off. Okay. So that's those four. Let's zoom out a little and let's get those filter caps. Let's get those filter caps. Okay. So we've got, where are they at on here? Here. Here and here. Here and there. Wrong side of the board. Yeah, these are like that one in the dirt right here. Before you put your solder gun on that, clean that crap off. Your solder gun is not like that dirt at all. Oh, yeah, so even like that, I don't even like that dirt. Man, it makes that solder not desolder or do anything. Yeah, we're gonna wash this board 100%. Which ones are they? It's these two. Okay. All right. Let's. I'm just gonna add the solder this time. Freshen that pad and that via up. Gnarly. Oh, there she is. Bam. The dirty ones. I'm just gonna add some solder. I think it got lucky. Nope. Nope, it did get it. One of them. Right there she is. Okay. And that's these. Let's do, oh, right here, this one. This guy. Dirty. These are dirty as well. Very, very dirty. The solder. I'm talking about the solder being oxidized and stuff like that. Let's see. Get them. Nope. Yep. We got them. Bam. Okay. And then I think that's stripped down. We got those 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, there's still, no, we didn't get that one. Look, there's a leg. Still a leg stuck in that one. Let's get them. Just get them. All right. Oh, I think I desoldered the wrong thing. I think I got one of the legs on the ground test points there. Oops, that's okay. That is okay. Oh. She is not cleaned out. Probably pull that out with my solder gun. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, it's still in there. Oh. Okay, it's out. It's laying there. Okay. Yeah, we're going to wash this filthy thing before we solder it back. So we got a little prep work to do to give it a bath. That's okay. I did see we do have a bit of an edge connector repair to do there. Not bad, but we'll fix that. Pretty gnarly. Wonder, I'm half tempted just to pull these guys right now. But I think we're going to end up replacing these, but I want to test it with those in there first. Okay. Let's get this guy. Now we're on to the ROM board here. I can show you the here, let's do it the other style. Let's use the solder gun. Let's use the solder gun to take the pads out, or the capacitors out from this side. So this one's broken. And just get down, just grab on it with some good. Oops. This is so dirty, the heat's having a hard time going through. We may just desolder those. Like, look at that crappy old guy. Where's the... Yeah, I think we're just going to desolder these. These are just crusty. Some boards that works better on. Some boards that works better on than others. Ooh, look at that. Nasty. It's going to be these two. Yeah, when stuff gets corroded and nasty, it just takes a little bit more work. That's okay. See, like how I got the solder gun on there? And it's not even really melting that solder. It's petrified. You got to get a lot of heat in it. And it doesn't really help that we're on like these big old planes. We're on the power plane, and all right. Okay, what can we see? Let's get this one. That thing is so dirty. That's okay. I like it. This was going to look good when we're done. Okay. Let's get this one. Now this side of the board's pretty clean. It's like just like one end of it was down in the dirt or something. Let me get that guy off there. All right. You guys can just tag along. Just a little sticky. There it goes. Okay. Let's move that carefully, gently. All right, so we need this guy. Now these are the ones that we added some solder to. The dirty, nasty ones. Whoa! Did we get it? I think we... Yep, we got it. Got it clean. Okay, and then... Cool. Oh, that one's loose. She's loose. We got her. We got her. Yay. Okay. Just gonna clean the tip a little bit. Torch tip cleaner. Far superior to the crappy reamers that they send in the Heiko kit. This is a torch tip cleaner, and it has it's filed. It's like a small file to clean these. Much freaking better. I've ruined so many of those other ones. I mean, it's not strong enough of a file. It's going to get down through the coating, you know, that helps distribute the heat. When you solder, you get a lot of like that. The impurities stick to the inside and cause declogging. It's the dirty, the carbon, the nasty stuff. So this just breaks that up. It don't go through the plating of the tip itself. Perfect. Those things are perfect. All right, we give him a little bit of a ramrod. Shut him off, and let's take a look at this guy together. So okay, I think we're about there. Yeah. Before I go any further, before I put any new parts, you know, you can just. I'm gonna wash it. Yep, she's getting a bath. She's getting a bath. It'll look good when we get done. See how dirty? I'm not even gonna try to replace any parts with it being that dirty. It wouldn't do it justice. So it's weird. Like half the board's clean and half of it's kind of dirty. So, all right, we're gonna prep this guy up, get him ready for a bath. Okay, guys. Hey, we're back with this Legend of Kage. So I think in the last video, 'cause I've done some other repairs since then, remove these capacitors. I did give these boards a bath. I went ahead and just disconnected them. I washed them and dried them thoroughly, so I'm kind of like a day behind. We got these PC010s. This guy's broken. So I went ahead and did some research in our downtime. So this is a main event golf that has the same PC010. So we're going to take him out and hopefully use him for donor. Then we'll get the capacitors in, get this thing hooked back up, and then see what we have then. But this guy was just way too dirty for me to really want to do any more repair without cleaning it. So yeah, we're good to go. So let's go ahead and get started. Wasting daylight here. Let's get you in the tripod, and I'm just gonna let it roll while we film. Get you in here. So we gotta get this golf board apart. Let's get the guns heated up. There's a solder gun, boom, boom, or the desolder gun and solder gun. We are rolling. Okay, so this probably works. This is a pretty nice looking game, but I'm going to strip it for the parts. So yeah, kind of doing some research. It also shares this PC030 I can use for part down the road. But we are after this guy right here. I'm gonna get you down here a little bit with me. Yeah, it's a flat pack, and I guess it has to do with RGB. It has to do with video signal, which would make sense that the other board, the Legend of Kage, is not working. So let's you really just have to take off this front board here, or the top board. Let's get that guy popped out. Okay. Yeah, I don't like to destroy anything when I'm taking it out, but he's definitely going to be a parts board now. Not a big fan of golf games, so I actually have 3 of these boards, so good to know that I have those custom chips available if other repairs come in or whatnot. Just pinching those together. And we're going to get him See, I want to be really careful desoldering that. I don't know if excessive heat could damage that custom. They're already fragile. There we go. So we're going to go after this guy. We're going to desolder him and get him out and get him ready. Get him ready for transplant. It's a transplant situation. And I was looking at this thing before I started filming. This, and he does not have any printing, no designation of part number or anything. But I know that's the same part. At least I hope it is. And we're going to compare them later. You can see the components in here. Everything looks the same as that one. I was going to trust that my research was good enough at least to get him out. He looks pretty good. Let's get some. He's dirty. Like again, man, just I don't like these, like dirt, dust, and everything will keep your solder from flowing good or whatever. What are we doing on the solder gun here? She's heating up. Okay, I am gonna try to be a little bit quick with this guy. I don't want to overheat this thing, that chip, and maybe damage it taking it out. Yeah, that's a good sign. First one looks like it's desoldering pretty well. Solder looks pretty clean, so unless I have to add solder, I won't. Should alternate so I'm not heating up those spots. Oops. Yeah, I'd stagger them just to keep the heat dissipation equal or even or whatever. I did find on eBay a man that actually makes reproductions of these. They cost $50, but we're gonna see if we can't salvage this part. All right, we gotta be careful with this thing. We have to be careful with this thing. I don't want to. Man, these things are so fragile. I think. Let's get in here and. I'm going to wiggle these legs. I think there's some solder sweat. If I were a chip, I would have pulled on it a little bit more, but these things are so fragile. I don't want to damage that thing, potentially ruin it, trying to extract it. Just take your time, like I always say. Just take your time. See if we can't push it from this side. All the pins, they're loose. They're all wiggling. I'm just using my finger trying to push down on those pins and wiggle it. I think it's going actually. Oh, maybe. Oh, I think we got one not moving well. This end one is probably a power one. I might have to solder that last one. Looks like there's some stuff still in there. Let's get some solder on him. All right. He might have been holding up the whole party here. Yep. I am not pulling. I'm just wiggling and pushing those pins. I think once it I think it's going. Yeah, I got the sunlight coming through the window right now at this time of day. Yeah, I'm just going to use the flat part of that, try to, without bending a pin, put some down pressure on it. Take a look at the top here. What do we got going on? Okay, let's take a look. Do we got a bunch of solder down in there or what? Yeah, sorry the lighting's horrible, guys. Yep, fuzzy. I think I'm going to get a new camera for Christmas so I can make you guys some good videos. All right. Life of a technician. A lot of other people just cut their videos and do the work, but we do it together because really it's, you know, a lot of the stuff that we do is really the bread and butter, the tips, the techniques, how to extract. Ooh, it's coming out now. Yep, those are almost flush. Ooh. She coming. Just slow. Cool. Those pins are about flush. Ooh, oh my God, I'm not even in the frame. We're about out. Now I am pulling, I'm wiggling that thing back and forth and just slightly pulling up. Probably just dragging those pins. Probably got a dragger or something. One of these is dragging in the pin. Let's see. Yeah, that. Just looking for ones that are bent over or dragging. Ooh. Maybe this guy. I almost think it's that end one acting up again. Yeah, the legs on these things get so weak, and you don't want to bend them far because I'll show you what happens. How those legs, when we get the other one out, the bad one, I'll show you why you don't want to pull on these real hard. Because the legs actually, that pin actually goes up into the body of that one, like a leg on each side. It like splits, and then that back one can pull out super easy. Let's I'm just gonna get a little bit of heat going on some of these pins. I'm just gonna use my solder gun and just get some heat on there on some of these. Maybe just yeah, that dude is almost out. That guy is almost out. All right. Yeah, you don't want to clamp down on this thing either. You don't want to pinch too hard. Just be careful with these. I've got one hanging up somewhere. Yeah, we're all, man, it's almost out. It's flush. They're all up. Yeah, just keep wiggling it. She's almost out. Good Lord, there must be... There's one keeping this whole thing in, I think. Yeah, don't break on me, baby. Oh, good Lord, don't do that. I think she's about out. Yeah, which one? Yeah, so maybe adding some solder probably would have helped clean those out a little bit. And note to self, just add the solder. It looks like it's almost held up right. Just gonna keep wiggling it. Good Lord, that guy is in there. Yep, some things just take a while. About ready to go back through and add solder and just desolder those. I don't like pulling on this guy. There is one of those legs probably just has a little bit of oh man. Let's get some heat going. Well, crap. Okay, well, should have just added solder. So, tell you what, I think, oh, man, I don't really, I'm going to hit a couple suspicious ones to desolder. I think maybe these three. Get some fresh solder down in there, help clear it out from the part side. And I think I just soldered it back. And they didn't clear out the holes. Okay. Try this again. Okay, I did go ahead and pause. I'm just kind of looking at that thing. I'm just going to get the heat gun out. I don't got time to kind of get in there and try to figure things out. So we're just going to heat this from the back side. There's just got to be some solder, sweat. There we go. on, man. Come out of there. God, Lord Almighty, what's the deal? Gun's not getting hot for one. My gun is not getting hot. My heat gun is not getting hot. Yeah. I'm going to pause again. This sucks. All right, well, 20 minutes later, here we are still trying to take this chip out. So my heat gun's not working. Would have been super easy pull it out, but I'm going to use my big wide spade guy. I really just think we need to get in, heat a couple of those pins, and that thing will come right out. God, and the sun just sucks right now. I'm in the worst time to try to film. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Yeah. I'm just waiting for this guy to heat up. All right, I think she's heated up. I think it's just a couple pins on this one side here. Just need to come out. Good Lord, I never thought it would be that freaking hard to get this guy out of here. And it's still not freaking... It's still not coming. What the... That sucks, my heat gun's not working. You gotta be careful. I just don't want to bake this custom chip. I'm gonna have to let that thing cool off. I can kind of feel it. It's almost out. There is just I don't see which pin is causing the problem. Maybe this guy. I can't even get my... I hope to God we didn't burn that thing up. The stuck bit is down at this end for sure. This guy is almost out. There it freaking goes. Ta-da! Finally, 20 minutes later, we got it. Okay. Hopefully we got it out without a lot of damage. Thank God. Okay. I didn't like that at all. Okay. So this guy, yeah, we'll just put him back with the golf game. Now, let's try to get... Now we're going to come back over to the good board here, to the Legend of Kage. We're we're just going to take this one, the one broken one out, and I hope that second one is still okay. So let's, I think I'm just going to add solder right at the beginning of this guy. Okay, so we're after the row right here. I'm going to get you zoomed in a little bit. Yep, that's pretty good. Okay. I think this one, I'm just going to add solder right off the bat. Lessons learned, right? Oh, I got to change my tip again. Change my tip again. Oh my God. Okay, there we go. Good thing about the Met Cal, it doesn't take long for things to heat up. Yeah, I think it was just enough of those pins were just crooked enough and just drug all the way out. Good Lord. Wait for this thing to get nice and hot. Sorry guys. It's gonna get loud, probably better than listening to me talk. Yeah, this is the one we don't want to damage. We don't want to damage any of the pads. Okay, cool. Now hopefully we have some better luck with this one. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we have. All right, so it's this guy. Well, she's loose, but will she come out? Yep, this one is definitely more loose. Oh, good. I think we just got one. I think that end one is sticking. I want a bunch of solder up here on the top side. Get some heat on him. Come on, bam! There it is. Man, look at that thing. Taito, that whole thing. Okay. Good deal. Let's make sure all these are cleaned up. I think that last one had excess solder in it. There's some nasty solder in it. It's still in there. And there's still solder in it. Let's see what's going on in the back side of that. There we go. Okay, so that guy's cleaned up now. Yeah, I apologize. Just awful footage again. I'm not in a very good, not having a very good time lately making videos. Yep, right here. Good to go. Right here. Okay, let me get the camera around a little bit. Let's take a look at these customs. Let's take a look at these customs in the glaring, crappy light. So, all right, so here are the two custom chips laid out kind of next to each other. Even though on the one that we just extracted, there's no Taito stamp. Up under the magnifying glass, I think it's faded. I can see some writing. It's very vague. But taking a look at it, just a visual inspection, it looks like the same one. You've got probably 3 resistors. I don't know if those are surface mount resistors in there or a little chip. You got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just matching them up. Got one next to the big one next to the big one. 2 components on the edge, 2 components on the edge, and one kind of down here in the middle. So, even though you can't see the number, I'm pretty confident that's the same thing. Excuse me. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause until the sun goes down a little bit because I can't stand to film right now with this glare. So I think when we get back, we're going to get the meter out, and we're just going to go and just do some comparison resistance checks in between these and see if any, like, I don't know, might help somebody out in the future, kind of knowing what the resistances are of those and whatever. Okay, the sun has gone down and no more glare. Let's get to work. Yeah, we're going to come back to these customs, do a little analysis on those later. Let's get the capacitors populated, and let's get to work. Let's get to work. I'm ready. All right, so we'll start back. Let's just start with the ones that. Let's just start with the ones up here that we originally started off on. Yeah, these are all torn and bent out. So those guys were 100 microfarad 16s, and we're putting back, what are these? I think they're 35 volt. They are 35 volt. That's okay. You can go higher on the voltage. That's fine. And these are, I think these are actually Nichi. These are not the Nichicons. The other ones are. These are called Diggy. I've never heard of these. I hope they're okay. We'll see. Okay. Got the positive, negative side. All right. Positive. Positive. Yeah, just beware your polarity. Positive. I got one more of these guys. On the board, they had it marked. I marked them, but the board also has them marked. Okay, and positive. All right, let's get these guys in kind of where they need to go. All right. That looks way better than them being crushed. Get the block here. All right, let's get going here. Let's get the fume extractor going. Okay. All right, I like to do one side, then we can flip it around and kind of look at make sure before we solder that second side in that they're all half straight or very straight. I like all my stuff straight. Left a little gap there at the bottom. Figure give you time to identify if they start leaking or whatever. All right, that looks good. They're nice and straight. Let's finish them off. Okay, good stuff. Whoa. Okay. Cool. Drop a couple of these legs. Okay. All right, so let's get those other filter caps in. Let me get a good angle for you guys. Okay, so those were 104s. So we're just gonna get these guys in. Yeah, this should help a lot with the power. The power was really low. I'm surprised I had power because some of those capacitors were completely broke off, and they come right from the power pins here. Now these are bipolar, I guess you could call them. Oh, this one's different. Don't have the offset, like those little offsets. Where'd they go? Let me get another one that matches those. Okay, that'll work. I just got my bin of capacitors here in my lap. Okay. Yeah, I like the ones that have the little offset because they sit in there nice. The other ones are okay too, but... Okay. Okay. I'm just going to tack these in from the top side. Then when we flip it over, it's not going to be moving around. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's flip this guy over. Solder those up. Okay, where has it? Let's put these. All right, good deal. All right, well that's the really damaged area of capacitors fixed. So let's go ahead and do the. Now we're going to go ahead and do the filter caps on the main rails that go around the board. Those were all damaged too. So let's get these guys in. There's one, and these are polarity based, so be careful. Okay, I think those three will finish off this board. So let's get these guys held in a little bit. We'll flip it over and solder them up. Okay. Same deal, we'll just do one. We'll just do one leg, make sure they're still sitting in there good, and then finish them off. Alright. I just like to make sure that they're flat. Okay, I think we're good to go. One. Oops. Two. And three. And three, just like that. All right, let me take a look at those guys. Let's look at them. Okay, looks good. Let's clip those, trim those off. Okay. So that's that board. Oh, good lord! Minus the custom chip. So let's put him aside. Let's just go ahead and finish the filter caps on both boards. Yeah, this one, the program board, all 4 of the filter caps were smashed or damaged. So let's get these guys in. Okay, polarity, positive to positive, positive to positive. Nope, I need a couple more caps. Unless I accidentally threw them in my scrap bin here. No, I did not. Okay. Let's get a handy dandy capacitor. What were those? Those were, I think, 135. 100 microfarad, 35 volt. All right. Thought I had enough of those pulled. Are they hiding? 1,000. Let's see. All right, I'm looking. We're getting there. All right, here we go. Yep, let's just they're different size, but they're the same. Alright, there we go. Thought I had other ones like that one. Okay, those will work. Those will work. So what do we got just to make sure? 135, 100 microfarads, 35 volts, and then these are 135. Okay. Positive. Got a hole that's still kind of got some crud in it. Okay. 135. Let's do it. Yeah, these boards look pretty awesome now that we've cleaned them. Okay, let's flip this guy over. Get those tacked in. Okay. Easy breezy. And let's give it a look. Make sure all those guys are okay. Good. Okay, so that should do it for capacitors. That should do it for capacitors. Okay, cool. And I think on one of these boards we're going to look at one of these. I saw a pretty bad gouge or scrape, and I didn't know if these traces were actually cut. I'll show you. It's right up here. Let's see. Right there. Look at that. We should check those. We should check those for continuity. All right, so let me get my meter. Let me get my meter here. Yeah, let's check that guy for continuity. All right. Probes, yeah, man, we've been busy here. My lab is always changing. So many boards on and off the bench lately. That's okay, I like it. Let's get the meter set up. I want to check those. That gouge looks pretty gnarly. All right, let me get my... I'm looking for my these guys. Yeah, because these are great for you need a set of these if you're going to do this kind of work. Or just micro point probe. I don't know what they call them. Fine tip probes. Okay. Sorry if my light gets in the way, but those guys are tiny. Let's check these out for continuity. Get the buzzer on. Oops. All right. All right. Okay, that top one. There's no continuity there. Goes, whoop. Yeah, we have repair work. These traces are damaged. Oh man. Let's see, the second one down. Yep. God, them are all freaking cut. Every one of these is broken. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Every one of those is broke. Damn it, man. Yeah, something hit that. With how these boards are together, that damage was there from before. That sure was. Then we got this guy right here. And he runs way the heck over to the other side of the board. Let's see. He goes that top guy. Let's see. Here's that top line. He goes here. I think he's broke too. Yep. Spotted that yesterday when I gave this thing a bath. Let's see. I know you can't. There we go. It's that top one, the top one, the top one. Yep, piece broke too. Okay, I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about here. Yeah, we got work to do here before we go much further. Those are all broken. I don't know what got in there. Yeah, that came to me like that. Yeah, look at that mess. And also, at least that top one, I didn't even do that second one. Yeah, we got a broke chase there. Maybe that second one down. And all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those are broken. Yeah, look at that. I wonder how close I can get. Ooh. Where are we at? Right there. Yep. There's some tweezers. I don't know if I want to just run wires or try to patch those. I can do either way. Let's get in there and clean that off a little. Yeah, see the traces? That's one of the traces right there. Man, something gouged that thing freaking good. Yeah, there's the trace all the way back here. That stinks. That's okay. We'll get in there and clean this up and do some patchwork. I think I'm just going to try to patch those. I don't want to run wire. I really don't want to run wire all the way across there. This is just garbage here. Man, it just gouged it good. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, let's get you back in the cradle. I'm gonna take a little bit here. White spot. Jeez. All right, there's going to be our work area for a quick minute. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to get down in here. My light get in the way a little bit. Okay, let's get in here and we got to clean that stuff up. So I'm just going to go through, kind of get that smoothed out a little, get all that gouged plastic and rip traces just out of there first. Let's get us a good clean. I want my little brass brush. Just get in there and just kind of sanding it down, if you will, just kind of smoothing that out, getting rid of all the debris, because we're going to have to scrape on that, and yeah, we're going to have to scrape on that and patch those together. Yep. Okay. Yeah, because we don't want to short these. Oh boy. Those are no more tiny too. I wonder how. Let's see what the leg of one of those resistors or capacitors we just see. Even the wire, like a leg from a capacitor, is too big. That's too big for all of those right there, because there's 5. Oh boy. Yeah, maybe running wire would be the good fix there. We could patch those, but them are pretty freaking close. Two, 3, 4, 5. The problem is, even if, let me grab some of my small patch wire. Problem is, if even the wire, you go to solder that stuff near, and you really risk having a short or something. Where is my other little? Here's some. All right, so we do have small wire. I don't know the gauge of this stuff, but it's tiny. Yeah, the problem is, since it's all broke right there, you don't really want to. You don't want to solder like the end to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're gonna patch this, you got to stagger it. You got to like do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to just stagger them out so the solder don't get in the way. Boy. Yeah, that wire, those traces are just too close together. I may have to put wire there just to make it insulated and secure. That stinks. Okay, so I'm going to pause here. I'm going to go ahead and get some wire ready, and then I'll bring you back when we solder those up. Okay, we're back. We're set up, and I'm going to try to do this without bumping the camera or getting my mag lens in the way. So I've got 5 jumper cables ready to install. So I just went ahead and pre-cut them. I stripped the end just a little bit so we can get some solder in there. And all right, let's get started on this. Okay, so one thing I did want to talk about a little bit before, anytime you go to patch something like that, a damaged area, make sure you cut back all of the exposed copper, because like those traces are like stringy, and if you don't cut them off, they can definitely short out to each other. So make sure you have a good cut, good isolation in your damaged area, kind of cleaned up, and then nothing can short or is shorted, because those little stringy copper traces, they will smudge. They will smear. They're so thin, they will. Yes. So, yeah, it's going to be a problem trying to do this and film. I might be able to get in it like that. Oh. I don't know, guys. This is tough. Oh, how the hell am I going to do this? The camera is just not good angle. Let's see if we can't kind of go like that. And at least get the idea. There we go. I think that will work. Okay, I can see. Can you guys see? We can all see. Okay. Good stuff. Now, get the solder going. I think I'm just gonna freshen up all of our solder points here. Just add a little bit. Okay. Make it easier to get our patch wire in. Okay, so that guy goes over to here. Let's see. No. Right here. My hand's in the way. Oh, for sure they're in the way. Why wouldn't they be? 5. Okay, cool. Let me get my tweezers. Okay, I'm trying to keep that out. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with, let's see. I don't know if it much matters. The inside is the outside on the other end, so. Okay, like that. And this guy is going to go. Oh my God, that piece is too short. What the hell? That sucks. It's going to be too short for any of them. All right, well, let's see if I cut them all too short. Man, I had a hard time stripping that insulation back. So I got a really long exposed wire. I'm going to have to come back and solder mask it. Okay. They're all short. They're all too freaking short. I even measured it out and made them longer. Life of a technician, of not a very good one today. That freaking sucks. I don't even think that will... I might be able to get that one. I might be able to get that one. And we're not even in the shot. Oh, man. Okay. Let's, it's just going to be too short. It's just too dangerous to try to pull it in like that. It's too close to the other ones. Okay, I'm going to take a break, rework these wires, and we'll be back. Okay, rolling on here. Whatever. I think we're gonna cut as we go. So, problem is I have a hard time stripping those back. What the hell? Come on. There we go. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if it's my new setup I'm not used to versus my old bench. I just struggle on this bench for some reason. Alright. This time we're going to make sure it's long enough. The problem I have is these are so small. I don't have a good way to strip that back, and I think that's what happened with my last set of wires. I think it was just I think I just ended up stripping too much and cutting some of the wire, and you know, that's like way too long. Yeah, just take your time. You know, I need my own advice at the moment. Just take your time. Just take your time. Quality work comes with... Yeah, I want these to roll a little bit so we have a little And that freaking memory is killing me in this wire. I think that's okay. Let's see if I can strip that back. You know what, guys? I can't film this. I can't film this part. The camera, and I need my glass. So I'm going to go ahead and cut. I think you get the point. Patching in wires. Just making sure that you're not shorting anything out, pin to pin, or whatever. So I think I'm going to cut, because the camera's in the way of my lens. This is super small. It's not super small, but it's small enough I need my mag lens. So I'm just going to cut, do the repair, then we'll come back. Okay, hey, we're back after the last time we cut, where I did the patches on the back. The camera was too close and getting too close to my lens, and they're tiny. So I got those 6 traces repaired and got it powered on. So let me power it on for you. So now we're all connected. We're all connected. So let's power on, and I'll show you what we're getting. So hey, now we got the game running, but we're missing the game. But the game is running. I think it's like all the background, everything. I don't know. I put it on free play. It does have a intro, but maybe with the free play it does not have. Let's coin up. Let's coin up and see what happens. Let's coin up. I have to get set up down here. Let's see. Or let's not coin up. Let's start the game. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Was it 12? All right. And we have sound. Yeah, so we have sound, but no image. Let me shut this guy off. Okay, so I got it all hooked up, and I got here, and then I went and had dinner, kind of thinking about what I wanted to do next. And I was actually going to flip it over and look for more cut traces, but I decided to start poking around. And even before I got the O-scope probe out, I'm just kind of doing the obvious. I checked these 611 or 2016s. These are all okay. And there's at least 3 gal pals on it. There's 1, 2, 3. And then these guys are another custom I really didn't know about. MB112S 126s. So these are also, I think they're for graphics. I haven't researched them too much. And I know I'm upside down. I'm sorry. But these guys are also custom chips that have been reproduced. These are like $50 each reproduced. So that's like 1, 2, 3. That's $400 if you had to replace them all. So here's the RAM. So I decided, since it looked like a background object or maybe a RAM issue, a program thing, that the game's not running in the back. I started checking these, and I got to this one, and it read blank, but I want to show you guys. And then I got to looking at it closer, and I could tell it had been smashed. The glass, I already knew it before I peeled the sticker back. Like this, that was all indented down. I go, oh boy, I bet that thing is smashed. And I peeled that guy up. And it's just, I'll show you guys. Yeah, the glass is completely broke out of that thing. That thing's been had. And this is a weird chip. Crap, what is that thing? It's a 28, 27, 128. So I have to find a compatible or get one of these coming. And I think we will have progress. I haven't really probed around or checked these, but we're running. The game is playing, and hopefully the graphics come back when we get a new ROM in. So let me get you in the tripod. You're like, no, not the tripod again. It'll be another 1 hour marathon just blabbing. No. So I want to show you guys the patch job. Let me power down. Make sure I can kind of flip over here a little bit, or at least stand these up. All right, so there's the patch job. Yeah, I was getting a little frustrated. I had to take a little break. I cut my wires too short. But that's the patch job. 5 there. And then 1 right there. There was a gouge there and it just got that bottom trace. So I used a little piece of wire and just soldered it over. We got a pretty nice patch on it, hot glued down, so that should never really get pulled off. So that's kind of where we are with this guy. So I think that's it for now. I do want to flip this thing back over. I may flip it over, and I really kind of want to inspect it some more for more damage. But for right now, we know we have a broken ROM, and I'm just gonna I think I'm gonna just put this on the back burner until we get that in. Not saying that there's not, these other customs may or may not be bad, but without proper software, we'll never know. I don't think I have any of those in stock. I will look. I got a lot of chips in stock, but I don't know if I have that one. So, okay, that's the status report. Okay, we're back. We're back on the bench. Okay, so we got the board flipped back over. I've been working off camera a little bit here, so I'll catch you up. So the one ROM, the broken one, this guy, went ahead and reburned him, got him labeled up, and now we have a running game. So the game is actually running now. So the solid background color is okay now. So, and we have sound. And so after I connected that guy back up, I thought there was a sound issue. It was so weird. On my test speaker, there was no sword and throwing star sound. So I traced this guy out. I traced out the circuit. That's actually upside down. I flip it with my board, whatever. And so I traced out the sound and convinced that there was a sound problem. So we replaced the broken sound custom. And I was chasing that around. I wasn't getting anywhere. So talked to the customer, and I wanted to get him set up good because there's a couple things with this. If you put a JAMA on the Taito Legend of Kage board, he's gonna put it in a cabinet with a JAMA. So he was gonna buy a JAMA adapter, but the ones I read about, the JAMA adapters for the Taitos, they don't have the jumper board for the T board. They don't have the jumper. Some of these Taitos, they say you don't have to power the bottom board. But this one you do. So you need 5 volts to this edge connector. And so I went ahead and just built him a custom one because I want him to get it and plug it and play it. And it wasn't that hard. And I didn't even know I had this JAMA adapter. So I just went ahead and built it out. It's kind of a cool adapter. And what I did, let me see if you can see. Because this is a JAMA, that's a JAMA connector, and I went ahead and just used the pins, and I soldered them down even. I just spaced it out even. 3 empty, 3 empty, and then we got 21 pins, 22 pins for the Taito, and it's really nice. And then it has jumpers for both the solder and the part side for both edge connectors. So yeah, I could put my jumpers all on one side, the power, the coin to start. So the deal is, up under this chip, the custom chip, up under here, there's jumpers. And if you read the manual, it's in Japanese, but I translated it with my phone. You have to have those jumpers out if you have the coin counter connected, or you got to have those jumpers in if you want just the coin, just to use the coin up without the coin mech, without the coin counter. So this is all set up good. He's going to use one push button in his cabinet for the start. So I've got one jumper in, one jumper out, and the only thing connected here is coin, player one, and start player one. So this is ready to go for when he gets it back into the cabinet. And it's cool. I get to play it. So let's coin up. Hit the start button. So the weird thing with the sound, where I'm kind of getting at with that, is I was chasing that sound problem around, and I had all the sounds being generated. I went through both these Yamaha sound chips. So how it works is you got one chip generating the music. This one, a 2203, makes the sounds, and they get fed around through the customs, through these, I'm calling the preamps. They get circulated around. So these are both quad output op amps. So the sounds, both sounds come into these guys. There's two output circuits and two, what are they called? Backfeed circuits. Oh, what are those called? Damn it. Anyway, there's 4 outputs on each of these chips. And the weird thing, why I had to trace it out, is because each output, so you've got two outputs for the sound, 2 outputs for the music, and they start combining here, and the sounds get fed back around. The sounds get fed back through here. The sound and the music, 2 and 2 get fed up back into here. They combine into here. They combine more before it goes into the variable resistor. Variable resistor goes to the amplifier and then out to your speaker. So yeah, I've been all through here. But if you guys ever work on a Taito, it's very, very similar to the Bubble Bobble audio circuit. So the Bubble Bobble audio circuit is almost the same. So it's got 2203, where the Legend of Kage has 2. I should turn that down. Okay, sorry. And they both feed in. They both feed out into where it's different. This is kind of where it gets different, because these feed through a custom and through some other amps before it gets up to the variable resistor. But in this circuit, how on the Legend of Kage, this is running down through a whole resistor array of stuff, and it's kind of running. This still has these preamps, and it has the amps are weird too, because there's one 074 and there's one 324. So these are both quad amps, but they're different. The 324 doesn't take negative, and the 074 you need a negative. And it's weird, like you have that 324 and this 074, they come together, 2 to feed the noise, the music, and 2 to feed the sound, if that makes any sense. But this is pretty close. This will kind of dial you in on the circuit, the basic of it, and then you have to just kind of go back and see the changes here. But so weird, I don't know what happened. I went all through here. I checked all the capacitors. I checked the amps. Everything's working fine. All the noises are generating. All the audio is circulating through the customs. The caps are okay. The resistor values are all good. I didn't know what was going on. So made the adapter, and now the sound is fine. So maybe it's an impedance thing. Maybe with just the audio probe, even here, maybe the impedance doesn't match, and so those two lines get out of whack or whatever potential. I don't know, but the problem was on the audio speaker you had the music and the star and the sword like that. You couldn't hear it, but now you can hear it. It's just fine the way it should be. And right now I have it on invincible. There's an invincible mode on the dip switch settings. So thank God for testing, because there's no service, there's no test menu, there's a tilt menu, but there's no test menu like where you can go in and run all the sounds. So I like this game. I'm going to play it through when done filming here. So the game is running good. I don't really have any more repairs. I showed the patch on the back, and yeah, kind of cleaned it all up a little bit more. And I think we're ready to put it together. So I think we're going to power it down and put it together. Oh crap. I just cleaned up the hardware on the wire wheel. Let's go get it. Kitty. Okay, let's put this thing back together. Yep. Okay, here's the hardware, tiny little hardware cleaned on the wire wheel. There's a couple of them that were gnarly. And since we're cleaning everything up, come on, Kitty, we gotta put this thing together. So yeah, it's Saturday night here. Zvenguli on MeTV. Super sci-fi Saturday night. Some crazy movie about dreams. It's good. Anyway, let's just film and put this thing together. Let's just film and put this thing together, and then we can finish up our jumpers to the T connector. All right, let's power down and disconnect this thing. We're gonna power down, disconnect everything, and get him mounted the way he needs to. Yeah, so I used 18 gauge wire for the power. I populated them all. You could probably just use, somebody would probably just use one wire to your main and then like jump the others, but the more wires, you populate them all so you have less current draw. Yes. So let's get this guy disconnected. I gotta remember how to put this thing back together. So I did clean the spacers too. Yeah, like 4 spacers. Let's get the hardware off of there. Yeah, cleaning that on a wire, cleaning this tiny stuff on a wire wheel is not easy. I know some tricks. All right. And I tried not to. When you clean these, you don't want to take off the plating if there's any plating left. So I got a brass wheel, and it helps just not eat through the plating of the coating, because you get down to the bare steel, the bare iron or whatever, and that will rust. So you want to try to leave all you can on there. But the hardware, a couple of them were pretty gnarly. And since it got a bath, it got all cleaned up, I wanted to put clean hardware on here. All right. All right. So I'm guessing in the stack, I'm guessing that the processor board would be the top. Okay, so what do we have? I wonder if I should put feet on this for him. I could always put the feet on later. I think there's enough. Okay, I'm going to say that's the top. So let's get our hardware. So I think these two. There's a big hole here. I hope you can see. There's this guy's just got a tab and like a stopper, so he don't screw in. He just kind of sits in there. He just kind of sits in the big hole. He'll snap in the small one. Oh crap! And I no. Okay, I'm good. I was like, oh my god, I put it together the wrong way. No, you didn't. I'm gonna get these in first. Yeah, this turned out to be a good board repair. Okay, now we can get the spacers and that stuff in. That doesn't make any sense. It's a big, those are big holes too. Get one started. Start holding this thing together. I think that's it. There was no flat washer for the bottom. They just had the screw. Now she's getting solid again. Okay. We'll come back and tighten these later when we're done. Okay, just finger tight for now. Okay, last one. Yeah, you wouldn't want that top board facing, you wouldn't want this side down. You want clearance for all your cables and stuff. So it wouldn't make any sense for that guy to be on the bottom. I think I have, what this guy really needs now is some feet. I might have a couple just to get him started. All right, I'm gonna go get a little nut driver real quick, tighten those down, and find enough feet. Okay, I got the tool. To do this. So we're gonna just, yeah, don't over tighten these, you'll crack your board. I mean, I'm just tightening it from the nut side. I'm just holding the head with my finger. It's plenty tight. Yep, that'll never come loose. It's awesome. Okay. Yep, these guys will have a good life now. Running, working, properly boxed and packaged. Okay, that's enough torque on that. So I did find some feet. That's a good idea, as we're going to be laying it flat, so... Oh, come on. Yeah, it's the weird thing about the feet. You have to kind of get lucky where they land sometimes. Because you can strip them out if they don't land and you try turning them one more full turn. So you just got to get lucky. And I guess when you go to mount it, even if it is a little loose and you mount it, and all four are mounted, it's not going to go anywhere. Oop, not on the ribbon cable. Oop. Yeah, this was a good repair. Learned a lot about the Taito, and ooh, like this one's going to be, at least for shipping. I'd like to turn that in, but for the bench, that's okay. See, that one's nice for shipping. Okay, so those guys are on there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, that's just the way we need it too. So I want to get this harness back on here, and let's look at finishing this harness up. Okay. So we're going to be like this. These guys need to go down. So we're going to get a ground. I may have to make that red wire longer, because he needs to go to that very last pin. Nope, I don't think so. Okay, let's get solder gun timed out. Yep, we're almost there. Almost there. Yep, we can finish this harness out. Oh. Okay. So I got the pin out here behind of me. I'll put the pin up above so we can kind of walk through this together. Let's see, Legend of Kage pin out. All right, they're calling this the T-edge. In some Taito games, this bottom board must get powered through the ribbon cable, which they don't really do a lot. And okay. So the T-edge, I lied, is on. I wonder if put the camera here on the other side. Let's try this. I don't have very good luck with, it seems, with the camera on the other side. Let's see how that works. Okay, keep my hands out of the way. So the T-edge is down below here, and I already got an edge connector on it. So I'm just going to use this guy as part of the harness here. So usually I like to tin this stuff, but my solder actually works pretty good. Alright, this guy, I just take and, oh, let me cut a piece of heat shrink. Oh, let me get some heat shrink on that too. There's a lot of exposed 5 volts on there anyway, but I still wanna isolate it, or yeah, I still want to shield it the best I can. Okay, that'll work. I've forgotten too many times. Had to desolder and put the heat shrink on. It's funny. Okay, just a quick solder job here. I don't know. I go. It depends what's going on with the harness. Okay, so this guy, actually, before I do that, looking at the yeah, I think that's fine. Yep, that board powers just fine, like with the one. I was thinking about putting 2 in. Oh. I was thinking about putting 2 in, but I could just solder that guy on there, but I like to get him actually through the hole once if I can, and then if there's ever you ever drop it or pull it, it's no chance of it coming off. I suppose it don't much matter. Yeah, there we go. That's what I like to do. I just like to get them like that. Give them a pinch down. Oh, and it come off. That's okay. Come on, baby. Yep, just like that. Come here. That will work. Ooh, hopefully my heat shrink probably won't fit up over that. If I can smooth that out a little bit. I could use a bigger heat shrink piece. I can probably get it over some of it. Oh, gosh darn it. I think he already shrunk down from the heat. Well, I guess you get to watch me desolder. This is like behind the scenes. What do technicians do? They rework their own stuff. Let's see if I can get him off of there. He's probably permanent now. Yeah, that's okay. Use a bigger piece and go over it all. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah, good luck getting that back up through there again. I think we're just going to go this route. I'm definitely going to get some more solder on there. Yeah, we're just kind of freestyling here. Some things it's just okay to, yep, some things you just got to get to work, get her done. Yeah, I like this way. If you use flux, I usually dip it in my flux, but for the sake of time here, I'm trying to just get her done. Okay, now we can slide our heat shrink over that. There is like a piece of gunk right here. What are you? Get out of there. Get out of there. Okay, that's good. Shrink him down. Yeah, because he's going to be pretty much, this is going to be a ground. I don't even have to put a ground on it, but I'm putting a ground on it. And then this, yeah, how is it? And then I'm going to put these two together on that ground. And then it should be good to go. Where's my strippers? Yep, just finalizing this harness. That'd be a pretty neat little harness here, actually. So I can ground, actually, I could probably put one on each, because these all have a common ground. Like I've already buzzed the board out. So we can let's put that one on this side. I am going to dip that in my flux. This is already long enough video. Here, I'll show you. Man, it's so much better. Use the flux. I guess if you're doing just like one, and maybe forget the flux. I just dip it in there and get a little coating of flux on there. Man, and it just makes a perfect bond. Okay. So this is where I wish I had third hands. The helping hands, clamp it in. Yeah, I can't even see. My hands are probably in the way. Oh, what did I just forget again on camera? That's why you do a lot of this off camera. That's pretty big. There we go. I'm not going to use the small. Okay, that'll work. Yep. Okay. I'm going to get this in a good position where you might be able to see what I'm doing here. The 18 gauge is a little bit more challenging to get through that little hole. You have to have your wire perfect, but you can get it up there. But man, you get a good solder on there, and that's good too. Come on, baby. Why I can't see what I'm doing here. I can't see. There we go. Oh, it's hot, baby. Woo. Hot, baby. All right, now let's get that other one on. So it's going to be under. And then that one will land on top. Okay. Yeah, these cost like $40, but you can build your own nice stuff for sure. You already have all the parts. At least, yeah, I'm lucky I already have all the parts. We'll just tin this one since we're already up here. I'm going to build this up, and then really should just be able to land that, and it should go right together really well. There we go, like that. Let's get our heat shrink tubes up there. Yeah, you kind of want to, yeah, make sure you hold them good, so when you start, if you heat them in the wrong spot, I wish I had, my little butane ran out of fuel. Yeah, there we go. I just used the side of my iron gun. I don't use it down by the tip where it will get gunk on your gun, but a little bit. It's a big daddy. You have to heat it pretty good to get it around that 18 gauge insulation. That's where you want it tight, because that'll help grip. That'll help grip it. Yeah, good deal. Yeah, I'm happy with this harness. It looks good. I found that this little JAMA connector in my hoard of stuff. I don't know where it came from, but it's marked well. It says which side is JAMA and which side you should put towards your non-JAMA device. Yeah, it's pretty decent fingerboard. I might try to find these and use these in the future. That little board is nice. I actually have one more, so I'm happy to use it. And yeah, that's a pretty nice harness right there. Let's see if I can't get red down a little bit more. Smooth him out. Yeah, that looks good. Yep, there's the solder side of my jumpers. Got a really nice solder on those. So this is going to kind of pull a little bit. Let's see how it all fits up now, form factor wise. Let's get the T-edge and make sure I did right here. Let's see. Oh, hang on, guys. Gotta take a break. Okay, so ready to put this guy together now. So I did have to change some wires. That's why I cut. Always check your pin out. I had them backwards. So over here on the pin out from arcademuseum.com, your positive 5 is on 18. And it's not, they're opposite at how these are numbered. This is 1 through 22. Down here, it's 1 through 18. So be mindful. Just had to do a quick swaparoo there. And then positive is up on 18. And you can, this one's, we're lucky it's labeled 1 through 18. And I remembered too, like I had where that jumper was when I ran it over. All right, so there's that guy. This is a pretty nice harness. That guy will work good, I think. And then this guy. It's a 3-piece adapter. That's okay. It could be 10 pieces. As long as you hook them up right, you can do it. It's a little long. I might zip tie him. Yeah, I could. I totally could. Probably will put a little small cable tie just to keep him back, or maybe just right here. I think I'll just put one zip tie right here at the end, and that will do it. I'm going to do that right now before we plug it in. Yep, just get that guy buttoned up. We're there. We are there on him. All right. I think only need one, so let's pull him tight and they'll follow that curve. Yep. Just get him on that. I think we'll just do all the grounds and that positive, and that should be good. Yeah, should be able to get this thing in the mail. Have your cabinet wired up. And plug and play this guy for sure. I want him on the inside. Like that. That will work. Cool. Ooh, piece of solder. Man, I like that. I like that. Can we see? Nope. Take and show you guys that. There's the bottom side. So you have positive jumper over to 18. Negative to 1. You don't even need to put that negative, but I want this thing to have a good ground, so I went ahead and put it there. All right, so let's plug this thing in, and hopefully we still have good mojo here. We'll see. All right, so we should be able to just plug right in. And power on. Boom. There we go. Whoop. Cool. Let's coin up. You can hear the feet. I learned the... All right, let's go. Yeah, sounds good. Awesome. Let's which one here. Yeah, plays good. So you can pick the season of this opening screen. See the snow? It's all white looking. Yeah, it looks good. And you can stand on like these. You can walk around up here. You can walk around up there, and those little ones too. Okay, cool. So I think I'm gonna brake test it a bit, but man, I think this is gonna finish up this video. I think that's gonna finish up this video. This is a nice board set now. That is definitely a nice board set now. It's nice and clean. Yeah. Yeah, we got another runner. That's awesome. And it's going to somebody who's an enthusiast. Gonna save this thing, finish it out, put it in the cabinet. So yeah, not a bad repair. Had gouged traces, 6 gouged traces on the back of the program board. Had one broken ROM. Had one broken custom. How many? 16 caps. All of your voltage caps and all the filter caps on both boards. What else? I cleaned the rust off of all the ROMs. I checked out all the sockets. Yeah, not bad. Made a nice little sweet harness. I'm gonna get some more of these. I like those. So hey, thanks for watching, and try to get this one out there and maybe help somebody with their Legend of Kage. Okay, thanks.